Hey everybody, how goes it? How goes it? So it's Sunday after a busy and intense weekend for me of music and friendship. And as I said, I wanted to follow up on Cleemann and let you know about purchasing the CD as well as the album. So I'm here to talk about the CD, the album. We got about a month before it's delivered. Different is Cleemann's new album. Just came out digitally late last year, about to be released on vinyl. I play on half the album, play bass on it. Also can honestly say that some of my input shaped some of the songs, although I don't get writer's credit. You know, it's not writer's credit I would need. I'm just saying I'm happy that my involvement in playing with Cleemann actually helped to shape some of the arrangements of the music. Cleemann hooked up with Chicago Acoustic Underground, run by Michael Teach in Chicago. That's how that's one of the connections that we made while on tour a few years ago. That's ended up being a very strong one. And it's Chicago Acoustic Underground that is releasing this album of his on their label. They also have several other bands, Goodbye Home, Ellis Clark. Let me pull Ellis Clark's album to show. Come on, Ellis, where you at? Ellis Clark is also somewhat of a, I call, legendary Chicago musician. He had the band Epicycle, who I understand are kind of going again. But Ellis was instrumental in helping produce the Cleemann. This is also on they've changed the label a little bit. It's just CAU now. Cow Dog was for Michael Teach's dog Buffy, but on here it just says CAU Recordings, I believe. It's still Cow Dog. Yeah, it's Cow Dog. Good. So yeah, the label is intact. But this is tough too. You see how Ellis kind of a tribute to the Beatles with the mock Capitol Records label. This is a good album too. But I'm playing Cleemann in the background. I'm getting around to telling you how you can order it from me. There's an extra track on the CD that won't be on the album, which is called Oh Yeah. And we played it live. I really like the song. But it won't be on the album, it's just on the CD. But the CD, there's only 100 of these. They only manufactured 100 CDs. Cleemann left 10 with me to sell. So I have 10, you know, they're in the shrink wrap, professionally made CDs of the new Cleemann album, Different. They'll be available from me for $10 plus post. And I have to check on the postage. You know, I know in the US that I can post these for about $3 a piece. So overseas, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit more, but these aren't numbered, but there's only 100 of these CDs. If you'd like this as an artifact of the music, of course the music is digital, so you can download it, but you can, I'm not going to put a post of this on my blog. If you see this and you're interested in purchasing this from me, email me. I haven't been checking my personal messages here on YouTube much. Maybe I should get back to it. I was getting a lot of spam, and it seemed like the spam filter wasn't working, so I just stopped looking at my personal messages. So if you're interested in obtaining a Cleemann CD, in my links below the video, I'll put my email. I have 2 emails, so if one doesn't work, get a hold of me through the other. I recommend it. Gunnar played me some demos of new stuff he's working on, and he's just getting better. He played a song for me that's basically about Kelvin, the measure of 0 degrees, how that's changed. The man is fascinating. But this song sounds like a combination of Bill Fay and Anthony Phillips. He hasn't written like this. This is a new phase for him. I was stunned by the song. I'm really happy to be working with Cleemann. So I just gotta make sure you know, and you can hear it in the background, okay? You know, according to the schedule of the FedEx tracking, we're just days away from Wednesday is the scheduled day that my Flyover album is to be delivered to Omaha. So being patient is tough. Also, in relation to the Cleemann and also my solo stuff, Trevor Henderson, who is turning out to be a good friend as well as a fan, he started out as a fan, he's turning into a good friend. He videotaped much of the show Friday night, so I'll also put the links to the Cleemann set as well as my set. And I have to admit that, you know, in the heat of the moment, I just kind of lose abandon, and sometimes in looking back, and of course see things that I'm slightly self-conscious about, but what you see is what you get. I still make mistakes on the keyboard because I'm not a keyboardist. I use it to write with, but like I said, the thing that I've got to get together for my live performances is a visual presentation to accompany the music. That's coming. But anyway, you can see what happened. You can see the fun. You can hear also how well we play together. A few little bum notes, but you can, a lot of feeling, a whole lot of feeling in the performances, you know. All you got to do is watch it and listen, and you'll catch it. And then, in regarding the VC in general, I want to give a shout out and some love back to Robert Z. He just made a very touching VC video expressing love and respect, and I just want to reflect that. Robert Z is indeed one of the people I consider a heart and soul member of the VC. Cheers to Robert Z. Just got a couple of, I did catch a couple of messages of folks wanting me to watch their videos. I have a busy day today, so I won't be watching today. I'm gonna upload this, and then I have In Dreama practice in an hour, and I've got a bunch of business. I actually do. I've got to get the business in. I've got to put together an EPK for Flyover. I've got to look into possibly getting some CDs made as well of Flyover, the vinyl version, but some CDRs. I have stuff to do, so I don't have time to watch videos right now. But we're bonded people, you know. The VC is real, you know, and the love of music and the love of life that flows through the vibration of the vinyl community is real, and it's there. Even if I don't watch your video, we are one. We are one. Speaking of a video I did watch yesterday and enjoyed immensely was Brett Helms' Life on This Planet blog, talk on U2. And so I pulled some U2 singles last night to show on Facebook, and I'll show them again. U2, I have massive love and respect for. When they first came out, I was on U2. I did not have an opportunity to get original copies of their first singles, but I got the island version of, well, what's their second single, 11 O'Clock TikTok. This is U2's second single. Sorry about the glare there in the background. But I have this on Island. My band Digital Sex, we were covering U2 as U2 was evolving, so we were playing U2 before other people really knew about U2. We're playing New Year's Day and I Will Follow and stuff. Gloria. A Day Without Me. Great songs. Great songs. New Year's Day. Our singer Steve really couldn't hit those high notes, but the band Digital Sex, we could play the hell out of this song. And so I remember insisting, we all loved it, but I insisted that we play New Year's Day. And Steve did the best he could with the range of the song. But I'll just say it here, and I'll see if I can find a live recording of us playing U2 New Year's Day, because we played the hell out of that song like it was ours. I know I got some recordings of it. A Celebration by U2. Yeah, great band. Also, I know I'm an acquaintance of mine who I can't call a friend, but she's an acquaintance of mine, is a friend of Bono's, and that's Susie Buffett, Warren Buffett's daughter. I'd call Susie Buffett a friend, but we're acquaintances through music, and her longtime boyfriend, who I played with in many different times. I've talked to Susie about wanting to meet Bono, because they're friends, and they hang out. They do, literally. They get together and hang out. And I'd still like it to happen, you know. I'm gonna keep that out there, Susie. You know, I would like to meet Bono, you know. And I know that U2 gets trashed by people that have a lot to say about people when they become very famous. Like the Phil Collins thing, you know, some of people's opinions is based on reality, a lot of it's just based on bullshit that they read. And I'm saying that in regards to Bono. I'd like to meet Bono because I think that deep inside he's a very sincere man. I think my ego is just as big as his, you know, but I just know that it's better to be humble, you know. But I'd like to talk to him, actually, you know. I think that I'm someone that Bono would like to meet, actually. If he could know, you know, yeah, I'm someone well worth him meeting, you know. Could probably tell him something, you know. Okay, to just wrap up a little bit more on music, I didn't receive more VCLT, but I received another package of music from a musician named Bob Buckle Jr. out of Dubuque, Iowa. And the connection is through another musician I know named Jay Schleit, who just put out that split LP that I'm on, AB Undent, Velvet Glacier. Apparently Bob Buckle is involved with that, or on the same label, but he sent me excuse me. He sent me a package of stuff, and I like it. What I've gone through so far, I need to listen more, but to start with, he sent me this fanzine, All Iowa Noise Insurgency, and this is cool. It's about avant-garde, noise, art stuff going on. Reviews. Looks like a lot of it's involving, yeah, stuff in the Midwest. So he sent me this. Sent me several CDs. And a DVD. And the visual video work in here is by my friend Jay Schleit. And he sent me 2 albums. I've listened to one of them so far all the way. This is Bob Buckle Jr.'s album, How to Fuck All Your Coworkers in One Sitting. Now this one I only just touched on a little bit. I'm gonna like it, but I really like this one. Aru, A-R-U, A-R-U. I listened to this all the way through because it just, once it got going, it was like, yeah, this is really good. It's, the way to describe it is it sounds like these were sound experiments or sound environments that Bob and whoever else is playing on here set up. And they listen, you know. Good noise and good improvisation is all about listening. And when you listen, and when you're making music with others, or you're making sound with others, or just by yourself, when you listen and you allow the listening to let the music or the sound do the talking, then things can happen, and things happen all over this album. This is really good. Abe, A-R-U, Aru. It's on the Capture Records label out of Chicago too. Our ARU dub plate, volume 3.5. Actually, I recommend this. Capture Records. I'll try to remember to leave a link for you. This one, I think I'll get into it, but like I said, I just dropped the needle cursor on it, but I will show that it's on a beautiful white, clear vinyl. Thank you, Bob, if you happen to see this. Well, I will send a link to you, Bob, so you can see that I've talked about your stuff. I have more listening to do, but I can already tell people that what you're doing is worth it. Personal Archives, he sent me some stickers, so apparently Personal Archives is his imprint for his CDs. He sent me some buttons too. I like that. You know, see, this is something that I need to jump on, but I'm not wanting to. So it's like kicking me, dragging and screaming to get into all this marketing. I just want to make records. I am not interested in making buttons and stickers and shit. I'm really not. I guess I have to. I just like making the records. You know, I was talking about making t-shirts over a year ago. I still haven't done it. I just want to make the records. I'm going to vibe right quick with my friend John Coltrane 68, Chris. He just did a couple of videos. One was an update. He went to a warehouse and made a killing. One of the records he showed was Don Slepian, Sonic Perfume. You know, don't be put off by the cover if you think the cover is cheesy. This is exceptional. This is exceptional. It's fantastic. And then I listened to the Lonnie Methy. He was the guy that shared the night with us. The Cleemann show. I was showing these in the other video. This is the winner of them. Now, it's interesting. Lonnie was saying he didn't think he liked this one. Not think. He said he likes this one better than this because this one's more stripped down. But this is better. This is for me. Because again, it's the whole picture, you know. You can tell me a clever story in your song, in your words, and I'll dig it live, but if I'm going to play it, you better give me something to listen to as well. And this does it. This is good. You know, there's some sound work going on here, as well as some interesting lo-fi instrumentation. Weak Wines. Lonnie Eugene Methy, Weak Wines. This is good. On an Italian label. Okay, folks, I'm thinking about wrap it up there because I actually need to go and start loading my car to go down to the studio and set up for practice. This, you know, the weekend, to wrap up the weekend, I went to double engagement party last night for Nick Fackler and Kat, Nick of Icky Blossoms, Indreama, film director, he and his fiance, and then Darcy Presnell and Jason Darcy is Dereck Presnell's sister, Dereck from Icky Blossoms, Tilly in the Wall, half of Tilly in the Wall, and just a bunch of folks were there. It was just wonderful fun. I just feel very blessed. I'm very happy to be working with good people. Okay, I gotta remember to put all these links down below. I'm sending you information about good music. Pick up on it, people. Good music has good vibrations. Good for the heart, good for the soul, good for the nation, good for the world.